Alright guys, in this posting I'm going to be talking about the fatal flaw that all African Americans make, or at least the ones that do believe in God, which is pretty much all of us. And the fatal flaw that we make is in regards to our belief in God. Not in terms of our spirituality or our religion, but just our pure relationship with God, our individual relationship with Him that is void of religion and whatever spiritual practices you may or may not do. First and foremost, at birth, God gives every human being the ability to know what is right and what is wrong, and the ability to know what feels right and what feels wrong. And He says that in order for you to serve me, you need to A, do what you know is right, and B, if you don't know what's right, do what feels right and don't do what feels wrong. He's blessed everybody with that ability, whether you're Christian, Hebrew, or whatever, atheist, it doesn't matter. He has given you that tool set. And He says, in order for you to serve me, I don't need you to know the Bible frontwards and backwards. I don't need you to sing beautiful gospel music to me on Sunday. I don't need you to dress a certain way. I don't need you to pray a certain way. All I want for you to do is do what you know is right and do what you know feels right. That is it. Nothing else. How simple is that? Wow, how simple is that? Yes, that's it. So, but He also acknowledges that human beings are flawed in the sense that we will make mistakes, we will make errors. We will fail Him on His request. But He forgives us for that. And what I mean by that is, if somebody cuts you off while you're driving, you're going to cuss. That's your instincts take over. And that's where we make mistakes, right? Yeah. You know, we have our instincts sometimes that get the better of us. God knows that. He says He forgives us for that. Meaning, I'll be extreme with it. If somebody shoots your brother and you have a gun on you and you shoot that person 2 seconds later, guess what? He forgives you for that because that's your instincts taking over. That's our flaw. So it's not necessarily the crime or the mistake that humans commit. It's more of the circumstances in which explain why we committed that crime or that mistake. It's part of us. We fail ourselves. It's as simple as that. But He forgives us for that because He knows that that's just part of human nature. But this is where the majority of African Americans or just black people living in America fuck up. They assume that God forgives you for everything you knowingly do wrong and what you unknowingly do wrong. It goes back to that whole get hammered Saturday night, go to church Sunday morning. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that I forgive you for knowing full in advance. They call that premeditated in the court of law. But knowing full in advance that what you are about to do is wrong. Seriously, He doesn't do that. I know we like to lie to ourselves. Oh, I didn't know any better. Oh, I was young. Or this and that. Look, you can say whatever you want to say to somebody else. But God knows the truth. He knows what you know and He knows what you don't know. Understand that. So the problem is, He punishes those who know what is right and know what feels right but still does wrong. He punishes those. And then He forgives you. But he punishes you for that mistake. And that's what people don't understand. And you know what? He continues to punish when you keep on not being able to accept the fact that you knew it was wrong in the first place. He will continue to punish. Oh, I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. Guess what? He will continue to punish. So I see a lot of people run to the church and say they found God, but we're black. We proclaim that we were raised in the church. So I don't understand how at 24 you can say you found God when you grew up in the church and you always knew where God was. Like I said, he punishes that kind of talk, that type of behavior. But he rewards those who can admit that they messed up knowingly. And that's the issue. He's forgiving, yes. He forgives us in almost every circumstance. But he wants us to come clean with ourselves and with the people we call close around us. See, it's funny. People do wrong, and what do they say? Only God can judge me. As if they have some secret relationship with God. That he only speaks his or her language when they talk. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What? You have a secret relationship with him? That's why you hear rappers talking about, oh, God can only judge me. So he knows why you talk about selling drugs? It's so stupid. And like I said, he punishes that type of behavior. For as ever long as it takes for you to say, hey, I was wrong. That's why people always talk about admit your guilt. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. It's not just a cliche. Duh, it's, what you need to do in order to get back on track. Pure and simple. So I thought I'd just put this out there because a lot of shit that's going wrong in our community is purely based off of punishment. Punishment because we don't, on a personal level, want to admit our guilt and that we did something wrong. And he doesn't discriminate. I know a lot of females feel like since they're a girl they can use, oh, I'm a female as an excuse. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. Everybody was born with the same tool. Everybody was. He especially punishes those who blame others. This goes for black males who want to blame the system, who want to blame society. He punishes those. This goes for black women who want to blame the dudes that they're with for the problems in their life. He punishes those people. Pure and simple. You don't have to go to church to understand this. You don't have to be spiritual to understand this. You can be an atheist and still understand this. If you remove God out of the equation, it still makes common sense. So take this shit to heart. Apply it to your own life. Do what you know is right. And if you don't know what's right, do what you know feels right. And I guarantee you will be a happy person. Like you'll be able to sleep at night. Because you know you did your best. Pure and simple. Thanks.